Oh my gosh, we're live. What? Small Fry Aquatics is live. Now I got to look over at the monitor and make sure I'm really live. The YouTube one, which is about 30 seconds outside of real time, says, yeah, here we go. Says Small Fry Aquatics is not live. We are waiting for Small Fry Aquatics. Well, the guy with the Small Fry Aquatics hat has shown up. Welcome everyone to the third Small Fry Aquatics live stream. Hope you all can hear me. Somebody tell me if I'm doing a good job, if it's loud enough and stuff like that. So far, Dragon Lair has been in here. Mob Guppy has been in here, and I am in here. And so we'll tread water a little bit longer, waiting for some folks to get here. Let's see. Sandy's here. Hey, Sandy. And you say I sound good. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. So I can stop worrying about that stuff. And I don't know if I've actually said this part or not. Welcome to the fourth of 13 live streams that will have occurred on Wednesday. Wednesday is when all the cool kids live stream, and it's a real endurance contest. I will tell you that. Rachel O'Leary went at 1 o'clock. Aquarium Thoughts at 2. Father Fish was 3. I am at 5 o'clock. Go see Bob Kaler when I'm done. Rob 93 at 7 o'clock. Chris the Mad Aquarius Biggs at 7 o'clock. Those two will duke it out. We'll see who wins that one. Jay Wilson, 8 o'clock. Stephen Conroe at 8 o'clock. Apparently there's going to be another battle royal for 8 o'clock. Dan's Fish at 9 o'clock. See, Dan actually gives things away. I got to start doing that. Benny's Aquatics at 9:30, Veteran Aquatics at 10 o'clock, Punchy Paints at 11 o'clock. There was going to be Blake's Aquatics, but he quit or canceled, I should say. But it would have already been like Thursday by the time he got going, unless he was going at 11 o'clock. But going back to Dan's Fish, I mean, Dan gives away cool stuff, and I was thinking maybe I should start doing the same thing. I could give away like a washer or dryer, or Samsonite luggage, or just any kind of, like a freezer or something like, let's make a deal, could do something like that. But you'd have to come and pick it up, and it's a long ride, and probably wouldn't be that worth it anyway. It'd be like a used Samsonite suitcase, and used washer and dryer, but could do it anyway. So, all right. So today I want to talk about Band, B-A-N-D. It's an app. It's a website. It's a whole little world. It's like Facebook used to be back in the day. Before they went crazy and started banning pet sales and pet conversations and all the stuff that they sort of banned. And I think the good thing about Band, B-A-N-D, so like we're putting the old band back together, is, hey, Bob got here. Fantastic. Go see Bob when I'm done running my mouth, because he does an awesome live stream. Oh yeah, Dragon Lair says, everyone hit the like yet. Please hit the like if you would, please. I appreciate that. There were actually 3 people, I think, hit the like before the stream even started, and I really appreciate that too. So anyway, with Band, what's good about that, the politics are out of it and the hobby is back in. And so you'll find a band for everything from, fish to dogs to, if you like bicycle riding, if you are a stamp collector, if you, collect pottery or make pottery, they got bands for all of that stuff. So I'm going to endeavor to bring up Band right now. And so let me see if I can successfully share my screen here. And we're going to go to a Chrome tab, and we're going to do the Band page share. So this is what you see. Now, if you're not on Band, what you're going to want to do is go to band.us. And let me hope that you can see this over here. I'm trying to check out my little monitor to see what you can see. And I guess maybe I guess you can't see that part. So The URL is actually band.us if you're going from a desktop. If you're going through a phone, a handheld, a mobile device of any kind, download the app, and then and it's called the Band app, or just maybe play plain BAND. And you'll see in this particular case, I'm not sure whether you're seeing my mouse going back around or not, but in this particular case, in that top row, you're going to see like Jason G, Florida Tropical Fish, and Sales. This is the one I want you to focus on today. This is called the far right, No BS, Plecos, and Tropical Fish. And let me bring up a different piece in here. I got to get over on my iPad. So No BS really is what it says it is. We don't want any nonsense over there. No politics, no, I mean, you can joke around, you can have fun. There's no doubt about that. But we didn't want spammers. We don't want scammers. So Jim Stanford I actually instigated him into starting this up maybe not even a year ago. And then all of a sudden, everything in my life sort of crashed, and he was sort of left holding the band page. But he's done a awesome job in less than a year. I looked just recently. There's 1,725 members on there, and he will very proudly say, in less than a year's time, we are at 1,700 plus members. A trusted page where spammers and scammers are weeded out. And I'm telling you, Jim and the crew, and I've been such a tiny part of this. I don't even want to say myself as well, but they go to the ends of the earth to weed all of this out. Even if people, so once you get over there, and let me, so I'm going to click the button here and take you over to the actual page itself. You'll see that people are selling fish there. They're trading fish. There are raffles. There's just a lot of ways to come up with fish. There's conversations. I really wish that the mouse would show up on this, but it really does not. So I'm going to have to kind of still talk you guys through it. If you look at the upper right-hand side of the page, and it says upper right side of the page, it says upcoming events. So on June 3rd, which is today at 7 o'clock, there's going to be a raffle for 4 short fin super red bristlenose. Below that, on June 3rd, so that one's at 7. There's one at 8. Euro brick and small bricks. So I think those are caves. I could be wrong. June 4th, 3 L046 Zebra Pleco raffle. June 5th, 10 Celestial Pearl Danios raffle. June 5th, 3 more L046 Zebra Pleco raffles. You're going to love these raffles. You're going to love them, especially if you win them. I mean, if you don't win them, you may not be that impressed with them. But the fish are first class. We have checked out all of the sellers. Jim pretty much requires any new vendor that we have do a test sell to one of us. We want to make sure you pack correctly. You can get the fish here. They really are what you say they are. I mean, he really works his butt off to make sure that this is no nonsense, no BS. And oops, hang on. My Ring doorbell just tells me that somebody rode by. It's just an awesome site, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. And I really, really want to share this with all of you. So if you would go over, what you're going to have to do is get the Band app. Then you go to No BS on the page, and it's really just one question where it says, do you agree to the terms and conditions, and not to spam and scam, and of course, obviously, you're going to say yes. And if you want to say to put down that you found out about it through me, that would be wonderful. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. If you would rather not be associated with me, that's cool. I'm going to push the page down a little bit. One thing I will tell you, it's important probably to read the rules on these raffles. They might be a little confusing if you've never done them before. What you do is you kind of go in and you tell whoever's running the raffle via text message, sort of like you do here. You know, I'd like spot 2 and spot 7, and make sure that you get them, because if there's a collision and somebody else got there first, a second before you, and wanted 2 and 7, well, you're not going to get them. So you have to make sure that you get them. Then you need to pay for your raffle spots, and you would either do that via Venmo or you would do it via PayPal, and all that instruction stuff is in there. And then you kind of just sit back and wait for the magic to occur. So if you have more specific questions, reach out to me via Band or via my YouTube page. That would be fine as well. I'm going to scoot up here a little bit. Let's see. Paul has put a notice up about the reminder tomorrow about the 046s, and you can see on the screen it's up there right now. That's a pretty healthy collection of 046s, and it's looking pretty good right this second. Let me scoot down a little bit. So you'll see an advertisement for some green dragons that are over on Aquabid right now. And let me go down a little bit farther. Somebody's talking about freshly hatched, but I don't know what's in there yet. So there's some longfin blue eye. And so there's a lot of stuff up here in the all post section. So these are the things that I actually wanted you to kind of know about this. Let me go back over. I'm going to go back over to this side and sort of catch up with the chat and see if anybody has any questions about Band, about how it works, the upsides, the downsides, stuff like that. So let me go up a little bit and say my hellos to, let's see, I said hello to a lot of you guys. Chewy, hey. Tom Patterson, hello. Yeah, and Tom makes a good point here. So a lot of people were selling over on Facebook before they lost their brain. And so tons of people are over on Band now. And it doesn't mean that you have to only go to the No BS page that I told you about. I mean, there's a lot of places to go over there. And I would, think it'd be a good idea if you checked out all of them. It's just that's the one I am most associated with, then the one that I can speak the most about as far as being sure that we're keeping the scammers and the spammers out, which is, pretty important as far as I'm concerned. Oh, Bob says I can see the cursor. Okay, well, that's good because I could not over on my side. See, Bob says it's hot. Yeah, it's pretty toasty up here in Cleveland. Guppy Guru, hey man, I'm glad you made it in here. Love Band, great place to have cool groups. I agree with you most wholeheartedly. Very little nasty censorship, and and trust me when I say no politics. If you go to my webpage, it's just filled with political. When I talk about Facebook, it's filled with political nonsense. But I don't carry it over into Band, and I try not to carry it over into YouTube either. And so it's a nice safe space to talk fish and that stuff. So let's see. Dragon Lair had to get some of it done, Bob. Just napped and I'm fine now. Well, I'll tell you, I tried to get a nap in there and it didn't work for me. Bob hoped for a lamp and a genie. Boy, wouldn't that be nice. Sand Creek, Nathan, hey man, I'm glad you made it in here. Thank you so much. Let's see, what do we got here? Aqua Balls, hey buddy. Mad that you made it in here too. Championships. Oh, okay. Steven says, bad timing, having dinner, we'll watch later. Thanks, Steven, for stopping in. I appreciate that. B-Stag, hello. I don't know that you have been here before, and I'm sure glad to see you. Aqua Balls, it's going to get hotter. Yeah, everybody knows this is going to get hotter, right? Unless you're in Cleveland. I mean, it could snow, you know. The only thing we don't get here are volcanoes and earthquakes, but I'm sure there's time for that to happen, you know. So, does anyone have any questions about band, about the website, about even buying and selling and stuff like that, or raffles? I'd be happy to talk to you about that too. That was kind of the stuff I really wanted to get to. Aquaballs just finished my live stream, hanging out with my friends, and I appreciate that. People don't understand that after an hour of trying to keep the conversation going and all that sort of thing, by the time you're finished, it's like, wow, I'm out of gas. I had a different thing that I was in for an hour and a half, and I won't get overly specific there, but it's another one where you have to be like on, and someone not sure that I'm absolutely up for that. So, hey, by the way, also, if anybody wants to come in and hang out with me and get on the stream, I'm going to put the code up, and feel free to jump on, and you can talk too. So, oh great. So Edgar is behind me, and Edgar is vomiting. So that's just wonderful. So that has to apparently sit here for another 45 minutes until I get a chance to clean that up. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't sit there for that long. So could you guys give me a couple of minutes? I'm going to shut off the camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, isn't that just terrible and not appetizing? Aquaballs wonders what's happening. Edgar, my dog, got sick, and so I had no choice but to clean that up. So I'm back with you guys now. Like I was saying, if anybody wants to come on and chat with me, that'd be great. Let's see, I've done the I'm going to remove the band thing from the screen. Yeah, Bob, Rapture? Well, nah, wouldn't be that cool, right? Thanks, Aquaballs, yeah. Why is it when an animal has to get sick, they got to do it next to you? I mean, the back door is open. You know, there's a half acre of lawn back there he could have gone, but no, apparently not. So let's get some conversation going here. What are you guys doing in your tanks right now? We're right in the middle. Hey, Bob's coming up here. Hey, fantastic. Let's add Bob in here. Hey, man.
Hey there.
What am I doing wrong here that I cannot get us side by side? Okay, you should.
There we go. I was just waiting to see
Oh,
how
I know.
wanted to orient the camera. There we go.
Yeah, no, I had to put my earpiece in. I forgot because of Edgar. So how you doing, Bob? You're obviously out driving.
I'm out driving. I make most of my videos driving, it seems, these days. I've just been to the local fish store and made a real short video there of I finally decided what fish I'm going to put in the tub this summer.
Oh, wow.
And got those. Didn't say what they were. Didn't give that out yet. I'm going to reveal that in my stream.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Later. Got those in here, still riding them around. Just picked up my cream for my poison ivy. So it's an exciting afternoon, you know.
Oh, geez, you got poison ivy. Oh.
Everywhere, even in my scalp.
Oh, geez. Somebody once told me, and I've never had it, and good Lord knows I don't want to. They said, put gasoline on it. And I'm thinking, I could just imagine nothing worse than something like that.
Well, Clorox is probably close to that, or bleach. And that's what I always do. But you have to actually scratch the little vesicles, you know, the little blisters, and pop them. And then the Clorox will dry them out. But that burns. And of course, it leaves little scars. But I can't do that on my head. So.
Well, no. And you actually have hair, right? Mine, the hair's actually leaving the reservation. So, yeah, I don't want to taunt it any more than I already have. So, let's see if we got anybody. Fish Family Band Group would be utilized. Wouldn't that would be a good one? A Fish Family Band page. Aquaball says my dog had a runny stomach. Went everywhere in the house. Smells like but I love her and she must be eating something bad. There's no figure. I was gonna say Bob has more or access to more animals than most of us have had hot meals, and I don't know if there's any explaining why a dog has decided that, you know, when they vomit, it's got to be next to you, but you know. But anyway, let's get back to your summer tub. And so you're toasty warm down there, Bob. This is the first really hot day we've had. We've had nights that are still down into 50. And so I still feel like I can put anything out. The other problem I've got too is I got a pond in the backyard and it's filled with geese, duck, you know, everything, honestly, from there's a marsh 2 miles away. Even an eagle comes by every once in a while. And well, I'll tell you, it's easy to tell when the eagle comes by because those other animals hunker for cover in one quick hurry. But any of them are capable of emptying out my you know, outdoor ponds or outdoor tubs. So I've got to, you know, keep them on the porch behind the screen. And even then, raccoons will still tear through the screens to get at the fish. So
yeah.
I don't know.
This is actually, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, how do you protect your fish from, you know, the hungry wildlife?
I haven't had any problems. Now there's a little plastic, I don't know, 300 or 400 gallons pond with a little waterfall out in the yard. And that has rainwater in it. I may put some koi or something in that, but what I'm doing today is a tub. I don't know how many gallons, pretty good size, that's on my deck. And I've done it the last couple years. Nothing ever gets in there. I've had some frogs get in and, you know, make tadpoles and a couple things like that, but nothing ever. I used to have a red-tailed hawk that would sit over the pond, and try to get, there was one big koi in there, or one big goldfish. It wasn't a koi, and watch that. So I brought it in, and of course it died in my 55. I should have left it alone.
Mm.
So I've not been really bothered with anything that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I know I had a small pond 2 years ago that I put out in the yard part, and absolutely woke up most of it emptied out and the fish gone in the morning. I don't know what varmint got in there, but so that wasn't, and all I had in there were muck guppies. I still felt bad for them. I always feel bad when I lose any kind of fish. So
Yeah.
certainly don't want to
Last
put
year
it.
I did have actually a tornado take down several trees, and they were on my house and deck, and didn't, this is the same tub. It didn't damage the tub so that I couldn't use it, but it took all the water, all the plants, and all the fish. I had 3 tons of fish in, and I never reset it. It was about this time of year too, so I didn't really have one very long last year, but yeah, I took them all away with it. So
Oh yeah. Well, I know one of the criticisms of the Florida um, fish sellers, the big fish farms, is no, let me put it a different way. One of the criticisms in Florida is that home aquarists are releasing like common plecos into the waterways and other types of fish that are, deforesting, the underwater thing. When in reality, it winds up being the Florida fish farms who, through no fault of their own, tornado or hurricane comes through, blows down a pond or floods over a pond, and they get into the estuaries that way. And that can be a huge problem as well. So,
sure.
I don't know that there's a fault involved there other than, do you not want them to, where are you going to go that you can't do that kind of stuff, So,
Right.
It's really, really interesting how we can change the ecology without really intending to, or, trying to be as safe as you can. So,
And so many species, fish and other species, introduced to fix a problem and create another problem or other problems that are worse. So.
Oh yeah, I remember I lived in Texas back in the 80s and 70s, and they brought in grass carp because they just had such a vegetation problem. Well, 3-4 months later, they didn't have a vegetation problem anymore. Now you had a non-vegetation problem. Yeah, you're smiling. You must know that.
Oh yeah, we have grass carp here. Yep.
Yeah, and you can't catch them fast enough or eat them fast enough, or do anything with them fast enough.
And they really aren't they don't taste very well. I've had them before when I was a kid, I guess, and they really don't taste good.
No, I mean, I'm a true American. I am a mixture of just about everything, and so there's a little Jewish part of the family, and they used to make a thing called gefilte fish, which was a combination of a lot of different kinds of fish, and a carp would be one of them. And trust me, not the mainstay, but I mean, it's like any other kind of a stew or an etouffee or something like that, where you make a combination of these things. So. I wasn't a huge fan, to be honest with you, of gefilte fish, but yeah, it was one of those things that came around,
Right.
So let's see. Let me read some of the chat here. Nathan says, signed up on the app, can't get to the group list page. So Dragon Lair, are you telling me that you got through the app and you signed up for the No BS page? You have to wait to be approved. Jim will get to you as quick as he can, or I will. Or are you telling me you can't find the No BS part of it? So I'm not sure. Ben sure wants enough of your info. Yeah, well, that I can't speak to be honest with you. I think everybody wants, more information, including DNA, than, I'm comfortable with. Mob Guppy, nice seeing Bob driving away. Okay, Bob, that's for you to work out with Mob Guppy.
See me driving away?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's saying there. Does he want you driving toward him or driving you away? I'm not sure which. So, and he also says, hi, Bob. So,
hey, Peter.
Aqua balls. I just put my hand in the summer tub outside under sun temperature. The water was not the same throughout the tub. Bottom of the tub was cooler than the top by 5 degrees. Yeah, well, it's not surprising, right? Supreme Gecko smoked carp is pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna take your word on that. I'm not much of a fish guy. Somebody was trying to talk me into sushi. So when I held a job, my last jobs were working in banking. So I'm in downtown Cleveland. I'm in a bank cafeteria, and people are just waiting for Wednesday when they can get their sushi. And I'm thinking, what could be worse than sushi in a bank cafeteria on a Wednesday in a landlocked place like Cleveland? I mean, why not just take your life in your hands? But as everybody was walking around, big smiles on their face, they go, well, it hasn't killed me yet. I said, well, today might be your day, you know?
That's right.
Holy cow.
I was never a fan of sushi either, but lived in Florida for maybe 16 years and kind of got a taste for some of it. The smoked salmon is really good for sure. Fresh smoked salmon.
Well, yeah. So Dragon Lair says, can't find the group. It just keeps wanting me to share the app and won't let me into the actual app, much less to the No BS page. Unfortunately, I cannot tech support that app for you. Yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, it would probably have been smart for me to have, brought up the app with a whole different ID and then tried to join that way, but I didn't do that. So maybe I'll do that. Tom Patterson saying, click the menu. It has a how-to tutorial and search the right corner. Okay, so there we go. So
I came in late. This app, is it band? Is it music or is it fish?
No,
or?
so what it is it's everything that Facebook used to be, only it's without the politics. And so they have little groups on there. It's sort of like I'm putting the band back together. And so you have fish groups, and even within there, I suppose our group is more pleco heavy, but I mean, we got celestial pearl Daniels, we got guppies, we've got, you name it on there, and we do raffles, we do sales, we do advice, we do conversations. And the idea is we've vetted all of the people who are selling on there. We make them send to one of the mods. So we see how you're doing this, the packing, making sure that you get what you're supposed to get. And we keep the spammers out of there. And we work really hard to just keep the BS at a minimum. But even if you don't use our group, I mean, there's guppy groups, and there, if you like bowling or you're into pottery or, architect, whatever it is. The fun part about it is the fact that it's everything that I think Facebook used to be and isn't anymore. They're piled up with, things that just detract from what we're there for. So that's the idea behind Band. And I kind of wanted to make people understand it, because you can't really sell on Facebook anymore. They got you pretty well clamped down, they got in bed with PETA. And so that's sort of, where that one is. So.
Is this the group, not Band, but the group on Band? Is that the group that you had sent me the link to before, and that had the auctions and stuff?
Yep, that's exactly it. Yep. Yeah, so Jim Stanford and I were going to start this just about a year ago, and then my life sort of went to hell, and he wound up going ahead and doing it. And so we're up to about, I shouldn't say we, because I don't contribute a whole heck of a lot to it, but up to 1,725 members. So, like this week, there's 3 different zebra pleco raffles. There's some celestial pearl Daniel raffles. We got a full, menu up almost every week. There's not just, easy fish, but some high end stuff on there too. So.
Ooh, I have art from Australia.
Holy cow. Nice.
I like the mail almost as much as unboxing. It's Dr. Black, his partner, Sarah Campbell.
Oh,
I got it in an auction, so a couple pieces of it should be in there.
oh, fantastic. Like you said, art in the mail. I was going to ask you, is it a Garfunkel? Art Garfunkel? Yeah, it's bad humor.
I got it.
I'm doing my Doug Gray humor here today.
Yeah, he's got the dad jokes down. Let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
he's got them.
Oh, he absolutely does.
But
I did one. I was on one of the streams this morning, and they were talking about wicked tuna. And so I pulled out my other one of, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish.
hadn't heard that one.
See, that's the thing. I mean, I'm an acquired taste, I'll grant you, but I mean, if you haven't been around me and you haven't heard them all, I mean, I've been telling the same jokes since the 70s, but so. Well, it looks to me, Bob, like you're in the old garage.
I am, and I was just going to say, well, I'm going to take my fish and my poison ivy spray and my art and go in and get some coffee started, and I'll get back on here later.
Sounds like a plan. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Helping keeping the conversation going. And everybody make sure to jump over on Bob's stream at 7 o'clock, correct? No, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern.
Right.
6 o'clock Eastern. Bob will be number 5 of 13 streams that are going on today.
How about that? Wow.
I've often said if you can get all to all 13, there should be an award. I don't know what it would be, but it should be an award. All right, take care. So I won't talk you to death. I'll let you go. Thanks, Bob. See ya.
Thanks. Thank you, Craig.
Oh, you bet. All right, so Bob slipped away on us here. Dragon Lair, okay, found the groups. What's the name of the group? Well, I'll give you the exact name of that group. Hold on a second, Dragon. Add it to the stream. So it is called, I believe it's No BS. Let's see here. I'm really trying to do this the correct way, so I'm going over to my iPad. Oh, for the love of God, behave, will you? No BS, plecos, and tropical fish. And I'm gonna take a second here and type it out for you. So let's go down here. No, I don't want to highlight everybody. That's the name of the band page. And like I say, there are quite a bit of upcoming events. There's Shortfin Super Reds are up at 7 o'clock. The Euro Brick and Small Bricks are up at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, 3 L046 Zebras are up for raffle. On the 5th, there are 10 Celestial Pearl Danios up for raffle. And on the 5th also are 3 more 046 Zebra plecos. And let me go to events here. Let me see if I can bring up more stuff. So let's see there. What's on the 4th? Okay, so that's those two. That's these guys. So this is what we have in total right now. So if I go down this way, so on Friday, there's 10 Celestial Pearl Danios, the 3x6 plecos, and that's as far out as we are. But trust me, there will be more of these. And it's a, I mean, you know, if you, like I say, if you lose, you're going to be upset. There's no doubt about that. But if you win, it's an awesome amount. It's a small investment for the opportunity to get some pretty good fish. You know, the L046s are going anywhere at this particular size. They're going anywhere from 150 to 200 a piece. So you're probably looking at anywhere from $500 to $600 worth of fish. And this particular one, let's go in and give you some of the peculiarities on here. So there's going to be 30 spaces at $20.50 a spot. Okay, 1.5 inch fish, 3 of them. Overnight shipping is included in the price. So the photo is just a representation of the fish, not the exact fish. I have 20 of them, just took a quick photograph. And so trust me, this one's going to fill fast. So you want to be kind of sitting there waiting for it, and know you can't get in there ahead of time. You know, that won't be allowed, but you can set a reminder down here at the bottom and save the event and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. This is a picture of 3 of them. They're about 1.5 inches long. And these are in real good shape. And I'm not going to guess on gender, but it looks to me like that's a female and these 2 are males. But I'm real bad at picking this out. So any of you guys that, you know how to do this, I would appreciate your help on gender identification. So let me go back over into the stream and see what some of the questions are. Hang on, Jeff, I see your question. I want to get up higher and see if there's anybody I missed. Jeff says Facebook is cancerous at all levels. Yeah, can't argue with you there, buddy. Supreme Gecko, I came in late. Sorry, what website is this? This is called Band, BAND.US, or it's on an app as well. Jeff, are there requirements for buyers or just sellers? There are just requirements for sellers. We, other than the fact that, you know, we like you to certainly not be a spammer or a scammer or something like that. But any way to confirm good sales to prove legitimacy for the buyer and seller? Jeff, I am glad you asked that question. Yes, for the seller, we actually require that you send us, one of the admins, some fish ahead of time. Yes, we pay for them. And we assess how you've packed them. We assess the condition when they get here. We look at all of that stuff and we share all the information, and then we make a decision as to whether you can continue to sell or not. And even after that, if there are complaints, and trust me, people complain if there's just, you know, the slightest thing wrong. And so we work through that entire process. We want everybody to be happy. We want there to be no BS. And I'm telling you, I'm a member of lots of band pages and lots of Facebook pages, and I bought a lot of stuff online. And we all knew what we wanted when this thing was birthed, and I think we're pretty close to getting it. So let's see, Dragon Lair says, okay, I think you found the page, Dragon Lair, so I'm not going to keep, yeah, no BS, you found that, all right. Let's see here, new comments are below. What else do we have here? What happens if all the spots don't fill? Let's see. Let me go up above here. Is it just auctions or do people have prices? Okay, so there's a difference between an auction and a raffle. So a raffle has spots. We have rarely had a case where they don't fill, but at the discretion of the person who's doing the raffle, we might raffle off the additional spots for less than the price. Although my preference is what we do is we just, you know, close it down. So let's say there were 20 spots and only 17 of them filled. The last 3 just go away and we run it the way it runs. Worst case, everybody gets their money back. You know, and so there'll be some conversation, but I got to tell you, we almost always fill them. Now, auctions, that's a whole different conversation. So you put a fish out there and you go, we're starting at $10 and we're going to do, you know, we're going to bound it by, here, let me get over here again. Oh, stop doing this, for the love of God. By saying, so the auction starts at 6 o'clock at night and it ends at 11 o'clock at night, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, and we try not to go too absolute crazy with that sort of thing, but, you know, because people don't want to be up all night and stuff like that. So, you know, hey, Nathan, you in there, bud?
I'm here.
Hey, fantastic. How you feeling today?
I gotta mute everything.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Sorry. I have to mute everything
Oh,
so you
okay.
don't, so I don't get feedback.
I gotcha. Okie doke. Alrighty. Well, so anyway, let me get
Yeah,
back.
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you're feeling good.
I meant to come in earlier, but I went on and ate supper, so I sat here and watched the 13 streams for today.
Yep. Nope. I understand. Well, I was going to say it's an endurance contest, right? So, so let's see. Jeff had individual sales too. Yes, Jeff. Or I'm sorry. Tom asked individual sales. Yes, there are individual sales as well, where people just put up. I got 10 Corys for $42 plus shipping. Anybody interested? That sort of thing. So. Dragon Lair, sounds like you found a request to join. Yep. Okay. Well, we'll get to you, and as soon as I'm done with this thing, I'll approve you, or Jim will.
Can you send me the link to that?
I'm sorry.
Can you send me the link to that address to my email?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll flip that to you. Yeah, you're right. You are feeding back, Nathan. I can barely hear you there. It's bouncing pretty
Oh, I'm
bad.
sorry. You have my email, don't you?
I may not. So
It's sandcreekaquatics.
dot what?
It's sandcreekaquatics@gmail.com.
I did have it. Okay.
I thought you did.
Yeah. That's my aging brain, right? Okay. I will absolutely flip this to you.
Because I'm just gonna be ordering a bunch of fish because I'm about to set up 475s, 510s, and 620 longs.
Holy cow. Okay, yeah, you definitely want to get on our band page because we got a lot of people with a lot of fish, So let me rush back here. Jeff says, I understand that there should be accountability for buyers too, not paying in a timely manner. Any way to tally the amount of good deals someone has on both sides? So we've eliminated a lot of problems with the buyers from the standpoint of you don't get fish until you pay for them. However, you're right. There are some back channel, people can go, I didn't get the fish and complain to PayPal. The fish weren't what I wanted, complain to PayPal. Trust me, you're only going to do that once, and we will block you faster than you can imagine. And so we don't have, that's really not been a problem, to be honest. But I have had that problem when I have sold on eBay, and I have had that problem when I have sold on Facebook. So I understand. And so, yeah, we do keep a list of all of that. So
I won't buy off eBay because you never know who you're buying from.
right. Well, that's sort of the point of this this website. We have checked everybody out. You have to sort of pass a test. You have to send to us first. We have to see what it is that you've got. Make sure you know how to do all that sort of thing. And
Don't you require them to send you some water or something?
Yeah, you have to send us some fish.
Okay.
We'll pay for them. We'll buy some of your fish, and then I want you to send them to me, and let's see if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. I heard you talk about it on another stream.
Yeah.
And I meant to write it down, and I didn't.
Well, yeah, that's what we do. It's a couple of extra steps, but so of all the band pages out there that do fish and stuff like that, we are among the biggest. Matter of fact, we might be the biggest, but so a lot of people at first, a lot of sellers go, well, I don't want to go through all that, and as we say, you don't have to, but you don't have to sell on our site either. So you're either going to do this or you're not.
You're doing the right thing. For sure.
We think so too, so let's see. Dragon Lair says, Nathan, you have an Android. Look in the Google Play Store. That's where I found it. So yeah, that is, so you want to not worry about the website, Nathan. You want to get the band app.
Okay, I'll do that.
And it's an app for mobile devices. Then once you get the app up and going, then you want to look for the No BS Plecos and Tropical Fish. But yeah, I'll make sure I flip that out to you once.
Yeah, we'll get it going.
Yep.
Because I'm definitely just gonna buy a bunch of fish.
Well, that sounds good. We'll make sure that that we take care of you. Let me see what else is going on in the chat here. We're sort of getting in these last minutes here. Anybody got any other questions about this or anything else, or yeah, whatever have you, you know?
How's your knee doing? That's one question I have.
I appreciate you asking that. So apparently I'm a big baby. I went to the doctor yesterday and he goes, God, you're way ahead of where I thought you were going to be at 3 weeks. You're coming along great. I said, yeah, well, I can't go up and down the stairs and I can't sleep at night. He goes, well, I didn't expect that you should be. I thought, well, you wanted to have a surgery on the other knee this week? What are you, crazy?
Yeah, that was supposed to be today, was it not?
Yeah, it was. And so, I said, well, we're not doing that. And he goes, no, I guess not. Let's see where you're at in 3 weeks. So he thinks I'm doing great. I mean, I'm not trying to say that the pain is excruciating. It's not, but it's
It's just an nagging pain.
Yeah,
That it don't hurt, but it's there.
exactly. And I can't get comfortable. I'm rolling this way, I'm rolling that way. I've tried. And if I take all of the drugs that he gave me, then I can't even wake up the next day.
Yeah.
So that's my organ recital, So Dragon Lair says he did it on his tablet, but when I got off the phone, I'll load it there on my laptop too. Yeah, and I've got it on all my devices too. I keep it going on the on my iPad and my iMac and my Windows PC as well. So
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely load it.
cool.
My first tank setup is gonna be I'm gonna build all the racks and put all the tanks in, starting cycling. But the first fish I want is Kelly's multis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a Fundalo Panchuck?
Yeah, just the common Shellys. I want like 3 females and 2 males
Okay.
and a 20 long.
Yep. Well, I keep both the dark and light colored Fundalo Panchucks. I'll flip you some pictures of those and see if you're interested.
Well, send me some pictures because I may be interested. Apistogrammas. I'm in small fish. I want some apistogrammas and another thing.
I very much understand the small fish. That's why my business is called Small Fry. I don't want big fish. So the focus of my business initially was going to be children and disabled vets. Well, I've kind of serviced all of those guys in the neighborhood, but the idea was keep small fish that are going to be healthy, not difficult to keep. Nobody likes to show up at their tank and find dead fish. So that's why I went for small, easily kept, long living kinds of fish. And the killies I keep last 3 and 4 years. They're not the 7-month annuals.
Yeah. And then I think my display tank is going to be behind me. Excuse me. And the streams is going to be rainbows.
Oh, wow. Now, see, I have no rainbows, although I am sort of playing with the idea of picking up some.
I really like the dwarf rainbows.
Yep. Yeah, I like those too. I like the Bosemani, but you got to get them from the right breeder. Otherwise, their colors are pretty washed out.
Yeah.
So
Bob has some good Bosemani.
Does he?
Yeah, that come from I forgot who they come from, but
yeah, I'm trying to think. There's a guy out in I want to say Colorado, could be wrong, but somewhere out in that neck of the woods.
I want to say Gary Lang, but that ain't right.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. It was Gary Lang. So I don't know, but
Bob has some good ones. But yeah, if you don't get good Bosemani, your colors kind of blend together, and your yellow blends into your blue, and your blue blends into your yellow. There's not a definite line there.
yeah, it's just, yeah, I agree with you. So, we'll have to see how that goes. So, all right, well, we're getting to the end here. It's just Nathan and I kind of talking to each other, which we do a lot anyway. So,
Yeah. You know I love you.
oh, you and me both, bud. One of these days I get down to your neck of the woods, or you get up here, and we're gonna meet and have some adult beverages or something.
Yeah, we'll have a steak. I don't do adult beverages anymore.
They could be wonderful.
I had my run with adult beverages.
Yeah, I come from a long line of people who've had their run with it, but I still haven't stopped. So I hear you. All right, everyone. If there's no other questions, and it doesn't seem like there is, what are we doing here? It's like 5:55. I'm gonna hit the road here, and I'm gonna go out and get some hot wings, and then I'll come back and join you guys for some of the other live streams. Bob Kaler's up at 6 o'clock. I would appreciate it if you'd all go over there and hang out with him and show him the same love that you've shown me. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate it if you did. If you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate it if you would do that.
I don't think I did thumbs up.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
I said I didn't hit thumbs up. I did now.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Dragon Lair. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy your company too. Enjoy everyone's company. Oh, I see. Bob's and I missed that. My Bosemani came from Steenfot. I do have Gary Lang rainbows too. So Nathan, you weren't wrong. Gary Lang has them. Steenfot as well. Maybe Bob, you can carry over the Bosemani conversation at some point in your stream and compare and contrast the two sources there. So I'm gonna button this up and go out and get me some hot wings because I've run my mouth long enough.
Nathan,
thanks for jumping in. Hey, yeah.
A quick note is you're at like 11 likes right now. Let me see. You're at 12. You need to aim for 15 every stream, and then aim for 20.
Do the likes do something magical that I don't know about?
Not really until you get to 50.
Oh, okay. But the idea is to build up.
But you need a goal.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I will work harder on that. This is only my third live stream, so I'm gonna learn to be more entertaining, and hopefully I'm gonna get more people here. And
Oh, you do great. I mean, I love your live streams. I've seen every one of them. Been in every one of them.
Well, I know you have, and I appreciate that too. All right, so I'm gonna hit the road. Thank you, everyone, for participating, for being here, for showing up, and for having interest in it. You guys all have a good evening, a good week, and I will see you next time. Take care.